As we go along, guys, if you want to say hello and tell me where you're from, go ahead. I love to see people from all over. It's very exciting. This is the Taste of Chanukkah. You should know. Oh, someone from Baltimore. Hi, from Baltimore. You should know that we've been doing these series of Taste of Shabbos, different courses, and we ended the series. And one of the things I said at the end of the series was, if you want more shows, let Project Inspire know. And that's what happened. People told Project Inspire, we want a Hanukkah version, a little bit different. And that's what we're giving you tonight, is a Taste of Hanukkah. We are going to be talking about miracles and what really miracles are all about. We're going to see.
Please leave your message for 9.
We are going to see different versions of cookies with the theme for Hanukkah, challah in the shape of a menorah, different types of donuts, and then of course the also famous latkes. We can't have Hanukkah without that. So let's talk about miracles. What is really a miracle? Right? Here we are, 2020. Do we see miracles? Do we connect to what a miracle is? So I once heard this thought, beautiful, beautiful thought from Chani Jervel. And it stuck with me for a very long time. And I think it'll stick with you also because it's so beautiful. In Hebrew,
please leave your message for 9, 7.
Is nes, nun samech, nes, nun samech. Those are the two letters. Now, those two letters typically represent two different words. The words that they represent, nun being nofel, to fall, and samech means to support, get up. So what is really, truly a miracle? When we have fallen, when we have struggles, when we're dealing with something, and we get all of our energy together, and we really rise to the occasion and we support ourselves, we are doing a nes. That is a daily miracle. If something is going on and we're struggling and we can support ourselves or support somebody else, that is really what a nes is. That's a miracle. That is a nes today. I don't have to see the sea split in order to be a miracle. I have to deal with my day life in and out, in and out. There's this phrase that says, quite often we say, it's impossible. I can't do it. It's impossible. But take that word impossible and break it down into two. You're really saying, I'm possible. I'm possible. I could do it. And that's what a miracle is. The other thought I wanted to share with you is that in Hebrew, nes in the Torah means a banner, like an advertisement. And this connects with this first thought that I said. Really what we're doing is every time we as people can support ourselves, rise up, we become a banner, an advertisement. You know who you're the advertisement for? For yourself. How often maybe some of us have tried to go on a diet. And what happens is day one, when you really control yourself and you don't eat the things that you shouldn't be eating, day two becomes easier. And then day three, and it builds, we build on our strength. That's what a nes is. It's a banner. You're advertising to yourself that you can do this. You are possible. And that's really the special hidden message of Hanukkah today for us. And I want everybody, really myself included, when we start Hanukkah, try to focus on what is your nes. Where do you see a nes in your own daily lives? You have 8 days. 8 days to find it. And I hope you do. So without further ado, I want to start introducing to you some of our cooks. Okay, we're going to start with this great pair, a mother-daughter pair, Elana and Miri Kaplan. This is unbelievable. Elana and Miri Kaplan are awesome. Could we get them on so we could see? Hi, guys. Okay, hi. So I want everybody to meet this mom and daughter duo. Okay, and I don't mean to like have Mary outshine her mom here, but Mary, could you tell us, first of all, where are you from?
Teaneck.
They're from Teaneck, New Jersey. Okay, we've got Teaneck in the house. Mary, and how old are you, Mary?
14.
14. Now, I want to tell you something really special about Mary. Miri loves to bake, but Miri takes her talent and she does such good things with it. She raises money. This past Rosh Hashanah, she raised $3,500 through her baking. Now, isn't that awesome? Unbelievable, Mary. You're really an inspiration, and you're a true inspiration, because on this show, we have children. We have young girls on the show all the time. If you're here, hi, Melanie. I don't know if Melanie's on yet or not, but Melanie, if you let me know in the chat if you're on. But, people, young girls, and young boys, they like to cook and bake. And this is a great, great way to show love and kindness. So what are you guys going to make for us today?
Hanukkah cookies.
Hanukkah cookies. We have a slide. Elisa, can we show the slide? Okay, look at those Hanukkah cookies. Okay, if everyone's seeing the corner of the slide, and of course, Elisa is definitely going to post the recipes and this slideshow in the chat. You can see Miri over there in the corner, and that is exactly her little business card. Isn't that cute? Miri has a business card. I don't have a business card. I have a business card. Okay. So what's happening tonight is they already made the cookie dough, because it's a regular sugar cookie dough. And what they're going to do is, now we did give the cookie recipe, but they're going to show us all the different themes and all the different yummy things that they could do with this cookie dough. Go ahead. Take it away, ladies.
Okay, so you could use little cookie cutters in different shapes, Hanukkah shapes, like a menorah and stars, and just roll it out and take the little shapes, and then you could bake them, and then you add sprinkles, so blue and white sprinkles, and you could add pink or rainbow.
Can I ask you a question, Mary?
Yeah.
Maybe your mom might know. Do you know where you could buy these shapes? These cookie cutter shapes?
Yeah, so a lot of them are passed down from in the family, as is the recipe. It's a family recipe we've been making for many years. But every year, actually, some of these we got at Bed Bath & Beyond. And what I'd like to do is every year after Hanukkah, when everything goes on sale, like, 50% off, I go and buy more and more cookie cutters and different shapes and different kinds, so we can have all different ones for everyone in the family to use.
Oh, see, I love what Elana said. She said, get it after the season and you get it 50% off.
And then you can build up, right, you can build up lots of them. But if you want to do it before, Bed Bath & Beyond sells them. A lot of stores sell Hanukkah themed cookie cutters.
Okay, you hear that, everybody? You get it in different places. You could go looking right now. If you can't get it on Amazon anymore, you could go to different stores. Go ahead. Yes. Okay.
So here I made some beforehand. See? And so I put on sprinkles and put them in different shapes. And so they come out really cute. And then you could also dip chocolate onto them. Like this.
You know what? Miri, guess who said she's on? Melanie said she's on. So just say hello to Melanie, Miri, if you don't mind. Just say hi, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie.
Okay, thanks. Okay. The dipping into the chocolate. Could you go back to that dipping thing?
Yeah, so you could just make some chocolate in the microwave or on a double boiler and just dip it in, and it comes out really cute. And yeah. And
you dip it in after you baked it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and how'd you get the blue?
There's special food coloring, like oil-based food coloring, that you could put in to chocolate, and so after you melt it, and then it'll be a different color.
And why did you pick blue? Do you know why you picked blue?
Yeah, because, well, Israel's color, like the flag is blue and white, so it's blue is a good color.
I don't mean to put you on the spot there. But yeah, that is for sure. For sure. But people like chocolate, they could use chocolate. So you use the star, you use the menorah shape, you had a dreidel shape. What else did you have there? Anything other shapes that I missed?
No, we had like different types of stars and different types of dreidels. So 2 types of each.
Did you find that maybe the metal ones, did they work differently than the plastic ones?
Yeah, the metal ones are easier to, like, when it comes out. The plastic ones are a little bit more hard, but they have more detail.
Oh, okay. I like that. They have more detail. Okay. Very good. Very good. Oh, wow. And they taste yummy. Are you selling these also?
I'm not sure.
If anyone wants, she will, but otherwise we make them every year in our family. And something that we like to do on Hanukkah is instead of focusing on presents every night, doing different family activities. So one night might be baking, or one night might be making latkes, or playing a game, or doing like a Hanukkah scavenger hunt, or a Hanukkah art project. So we've gone creative in making the cookies. By the way, if you don't have the Hanukkah shaped cookie cutters, my other kids sometimes like to take knives and make their own designs. Like my son one year made a Judah the Maccabee. He used a plastic knife and cut out this unbelievable design. So you don't even need necessarily the cookie cutters. It makes it easier, but you can cut out your own designs also and really have fun with it.
Wow, that's a good idea. Very genius there, guys. Very nice. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, so here's a question. So you put the sprinkles directly on the cookie, or do you need to use an egg wash or something?
No, you don't. Just put them directly on. They'll stick.
Okay, and somebody wants to know, do you use coffee rich or orange juice in your recipe?
Orange juice.
Orange juice. There you go. I answered some of those questions.
And
Okay.
I know people have asked on other shows about if you saw the recipe, it does call for margarine, but we actually tried this year using the Smart Beat, the Smart Balance, and it worked very well, and it tastes really good. So if you don't want to use real margarine, Smart Balance definitely works. The sticks of Smart Balance work in this recipe.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. Thank you so much. I love that duo, the dynamic duo there. Marianne, Elana, Kaplan, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone.
Happy Hanukkah. Okay, now we're going to stick to Bergen. I try to keep it a little, local here. And we're going to call on my own friend, Victoria. She's going to talk to us some words of inspiration. And what I want to let you know also, Victoria's like wearing two hats, even though she doesn't have a hat on. Okay, Victoria, you should know if you want to follow her on Instagram. What's your Instagram account, Victoria?
Thank you. It's Chef Victoria's Fusion.
Okay, everyone heard that? She is awesome. She makes the most amazing food. It looks amazing. It is amazing. So please try to follow her. It's important. We need to support each other, us women. Okay, so Victoria, why don't you give us some words of inspiration here?
Thank you so much, Jordana. And before I move on with my story, I do want to say Miri's baking is absolutely amazing. She's super talented, and coming from someone who cooks and bakes as well, she has taught me so many little tricks. She's fantastic. But first of all, of course, thank you for having me on the show. Project Inspired holds a very dear place in my heart. And today I actually want to share probably one of my most favorite stories, because this is my most favorite holiday. I absolutely love Hanukkah. Hanukkah is my favorite holiday, and I'll tell you why. So about 6 years ago, when my son just turned 1 year old, I lived in the secular world. I was Jewish. I used to kind of joke around. I'm like, I'm a bad Jew. I don't even know when the holidays are. But I really didn't. I didn't observe anything. But once I became a mother, once I became a parent, I think something changed inside. And I started questioning what truly is the purpose of life. So when he was 1 year old, about 6 years ago, my first time lighting up, not first time, but that time lighting up the menorah candles, that was the first time I actually got to stare at that light of the candle. That flame going up, there was something about that flame that truly mesmerized me. I didn't know what it was. Like, it was something deep inside that kind of turned, but I didn't know what it was. So, of course, I moved on with my day-to-day life, went back to work and everything. Then the year later, when I was lighting up the menorah candles, something said, look up a prayer. There's always prayers out there, everything. You can find everything on Google. So I did. I looked up a prayer. And for every night of Hanukkah that year, I actually said a prayer.
Wow. Wow.
So picture that it's somebody who knows nothing. Like all of a sudden I'm saying a prayer. I didn't even know how to pray, but I'm reading it off my phone. The year later was the turning point for sure. The year later is when the moment I lit up those candles, the moment I stared at those lights, I didn't have to read a prayer. The prayer started coming out from inside me. I felt through those times, I felt like Hashem has definitely been guiding me up until then. And it was a year when I remember sobbing in front of those candles, sobbing because of the gratitude, sobbing because of all the miracles I've seen, because of all the beauty I've seen. And I prayed that I wanted to be a better person. I prayed that I wanted to be a better mother. I prayed that I wanted to be a better Jew. And I didn't know what that takes. I had no idea. But the miracle of it was that just like that candle light, that flame that always goes up, regardless of which direction you put that candle, that flame will always go up. That's the same way our prayers, they always go up. Hashem always hears us. And guess what? Some of you might know, I've been Shomer Shabbat since, and I switched to kosher. I kind of rerouted my direction in my cooking because I wasn't cooking kosher prior to that, and I quit my cooking career, and I really went into learning all the kosher laws and everything, and educating myself and what it means to be Jewish, what it means to have that purpose in life, and what it means to what I can do and show to my son. I think it started with those questions from becoming a parent, and then it led to those beautiful, miraculous, nothing less than miraculous candles that you light up. And then when I found out the story behind it, because mind you, I did not know about that story of the Maccabees and everything, when I started learning, the more I was learning, the more I was in awe. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. A lot of Balchuvas out there can relate to that. I was just in awe of all the beauty and all the miracles that I started noticing. So this year, I highly encourage every single one of you to take a few moments and really, truly stare at those lights, because I guarantee you, you will find something, and something will definitely show a little more of a miracles in your life.
Oh, see that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You see how Victoria spoke? That is what an ace is, because she felt the support. She felt the support from Hashem. She really felt it truly in her neshama. And that's what an ace is. When she felt like, where's she going to turn? Where's she going to go? That's the nun. That's the nofel. That's the falling. And then boom, her prayers just lifted her right up. Thank you so much, Victoria. So inspirational, so unbelievable. Okay, some of us don't have to have something so like, oh my gosh. Sometimes it could be just a little thing when we get a support, when somebody just gives us a phone call. That also is important. But Victoria, you're huge, you're large, and you're awesome. Thank you so much, Victoria. I'm so proud to say that you're my friend. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now we're going to go to our next cook. We have Holly, and guess what? Holly's with her daughter too, Michaela. Okay, hi guys. Now I told them before, they look alike. I would even say they almost look like twins. I know Holly's gonna like that one. So you want to tell us first, before you start telling us about shaping? Oh, I want to tell everybody on the slides, when you look at the slides, what I did was, we could bring up the slides for a second. You'll see I put a hyperlink. There's a slide right here, okay? On the slide, if you press on this link, it'll take you to Jamie Geller. And this is based off of what they're going to demonstrate to us, is based off of Jamie Geller's way of shaping the challah as a menorah. So you could get it easily again on this link, okay, that you'll find on the slides. but also they're going to demonstrate for us. Holly and daughter and Michaela are going to demonstrate it for us. Okay. It's so cute. I have a little groupie here. I have Melanie and her grandmother, and it's so exciting. I love giving a shout out to Melanie because she's just so awesome. She's so dedicated. Okay, so first tell us, where are you from, Holly and Michaela? Where are you from?
Oh, we're in Phoenix, Arizona.
So you're 2 hours earlier than us.
That's right.
Okay, and I like, see, she's wearing the great big challah bake shirt. I like that. Very nice. And Michaela, why don't you tell us, how old are you?
21.
21. Are you in college now?
I'm
Oh, you are? Okay. Very nice. What college are you in?
ASU.
Okay. Are you like Zooming it? Are you virtualing it? Like what's going on?
I'm Zooming. Yeah.
Yeah. How's that going for you?
You know,
No.
not great.
Not great. But I like the overalls. Those are super cute.
Yeah.
I like those. Okay. Do you have any other kids, Holly?
Yeah, I have an older daughter who just graduated last spring and a son who is a sophomore in high school.
Oh, very cool. So now how'd you get involved with Project Inspire?
From Robin Meyerson. Hi, Robin.
Yeah, Robin's on the show. Robin is also amazing. Yeah, very inspirational. Okay, so let's see what you got for us today. Oh,
Okay.
also, they're not making the challah, just like the other people did not make the actual cookies. Okay.
Well, we're raw. We're unbaked.
So there are, okay, so now people are saying that they wanted the, Elisa, I don't know if you can do this. I'm just saying you on the chat, if you notice, people wanted to see if you could put the actual link that I have on the slide. Maybe if you could copy paste it. I don't know if you can, and put it in the chat directly. If not, people, the slides are in the chat. Maybe just post that again and they could get onto the slide. I don't know. Okay.
So I'm gonna try to do it right now.
Okay.
Okay, so like Jordana said, the link is to this Jamie Geller recipe for how to make a menorah out of your challah, and I just followed the her recipe for her favorite challah recipe, which there's a link, and I printed out that one. And let me just tell you, this calls for 6 pounds of flour. You could very easily make one menorah out of a third of this 6 pound challah recipe. We have so much dough here. It's pretty wild. So I'm gonna pick up the laptop here so you can see what we've done in terms of making the challah, and Michaela is actually gonna demonstrate. So I have one menorah already put together, and then she's gonna demonstrate how easy it is to put one together.
Okay, I'm excited because I want to see this. I want to do this Thursday night. I'm making challah. Oh, is that like a little snowman there?
What's that?
Wait, how do I do
Nobody wants
this?
to see that. Okay, so you see here. No, down here. Okay.
Okay. Oh, there's the finished one. Ooh, look
Yeah.
at that with the chocolate chips.
It's pretty it's not difficult.
Right.
Anyway.
That's the finished product.
Finished product, that's what you're going for. So you start with some little noodle snaky boys, and make one small, then it's really self-explanatory.
Okay, but you're gonna show us. So what are you doing? How many of those snaky things did you make?
I made 4 of the snaky things. 3 of them are long and 1 of them is small.
Okay, so everyone, do you everyone understand that's gonna be your branches, right? Because we have 8 candles in the Chanukkah when we light our menorah. There are 8 of them. So look how she just did that. So if you know your math, you need 4 because she just curves them around and it becomes 8. See that? If you
Yeah.
didn't know that became 8, you got to work on your math skills there.
I made a fancy one. It's a little bit
twist.
longer for the shamash.
Okay, so what'd you do over there? You took 2 of them and twisted them around together?
Yeah,
Okay, and what's with that one? What's on the bottom there?
it's just
Hold
a
it
little
up.
base. It's you make a standard three braided one.
Okay, so you make a 3 braided standard, okay, and you put that on the bottom.
Candle
Oh
flames.
yeah. So then you can take little like balls of dough and like
Uh-huh.
make a little flame at the top, just
Oh,
like that.
cool.
Chocolate chips.
Oh, and you can like decorate it.
By putting a chocolate chip in each one. And is there like a difference in the baking time for this?
We don't know yet. We
Well,
haven't
you
baked.
made one. Oh, that one is just raw.
Yeah, it's raw. So
We haven't baked one yet, but yeah,
I
it's
have
all.
a feeling it's gonna be more of like a show, like not for eating.
Oh, yeah?
You can, I think you can eat it.
You can eat it, but you might want a backup Paula just in case.
Okay, I get it. So now, when you made when you made that menorah, you used half of your dough for that menorah?
We used like a third of what the recipe said.
Okay, so use the third. So that's important to know. Everybody hear that? Because if you listen to what Michaela's saying, just in case, you might just want this as a centerpiece, you know, for this Shabbat, for Shabbat Hanukkah, you might want to use the other 2/3 to make your regular challah, you know, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, exactly. Because so we've already made 2 full menorahs and we still have enough dough left over to make another regular braid, or we could probably make another menorah one out of that.
Okay, now, so someone asked, what'd you make the flames from? What they did was they took little balls, right, of the dough, little balls of dough, and you put it on top, right? And then if they wanted, they thought was cute was you put a little chocolate chip in each one. So then it really differentiates it.
Yeah, you could do sprinkles, you could do chocolate chips. I have some of these Geffen color drops.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I was wondering, like even like a gummy of like a type of red, or like Red Hots. You know what I'm talking about. I wonder if you put that in afterwards. Yeah, like a red jelly bean or something.
Oh, that'd be cute. Yeah.
Someone said you could use yellow sprinkles to put on top for flames.
That would be
Or candy corn.
Yep, you could do candy corn, you could do gold sprinkles.
Or and what's also important, someone's saying that maybe you want to use an egg wash before you put those toppings on, because it might help it stick a little bit better. Okay. Okay, great. Oh my gosh. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Okay, thank you from Arizona over there. So now we are going to call on Hadar. Hadar, again, is also from Arizona. Hi, Hadar. How are you?
I'm good. 1 second. I'm trying to.
Okay.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay, good.
Hadar and I had a little chat, and I should tell you, when Hadar spoke to me, I think I was almost in tears. And her story is so beautiful. So Hadar, first let's tell everybody where you're from originally.
So I'm from Israel. I was born in Israel and raised there until I was 28.
Wow. Okay, so what brought you to America? Go ahead.
Okay, so what brought me to America was a blind love, a very deep love, that only that kind of love can tear me and take me away from miles away from my family, my friend, my language, my career, the kosher food everywhere, abundance love, everything that I had there, and leave it and come here to build my own family here. But I started like going backward in order to jump forward. And how so? I felt like when I left Israel, I felt like I was going away from Hashem, going far from Hashem. Because in Israel, the light of God is there all the time. And coming here, starting, as I said, going backward, I was holding on to my faith, lighting Shabbat candle and keeping the purity of the family. But about 7 years ago, it was the first mega challah by Project Inspire. Robin Mayerson, representing Arizona, did the project, and my soul was ignited at that event. I felt like such a strong connection. I felt like, wow, how every meaning of the ingredient means something that helped me connect the physical world with the spiritual world, with Hashem, and make it one. So I was, for 1 week, I was on high from that. And now 7 years later, I'm starting and teaching classes of how to make challah, which before that, I've never made challah in my life. And I'm teaching women the mitzvah of the challah. I'm teaching other mitzvot, And just want to let you know that that's my own miracle, that going backward, but got disconnected and ignited with the divine light, with Hanukkah miracle, actually, with this event that ignite me. And I'm very happy. And now I found my purpose here and why I'm here.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, and I'm not sure if everyone understood when she said that she had this love. She's talking about her husband, right? Right,
Yes.
Hadar. I'm not sure if everyone understood that. I want to make sure everybody understood that you're talking about your husband, that she
My
fell in
husband.
love and she had this tremendous deep love, still does. And then she followed him, and then she just became so inspired from this challah bake, right?
Yes.
It just raised her up, which is
Raise
just
me up.
it just like boom.
Yes, I got connected.
She just
You know, because in Israel, you take it for granted. You live in Israel, you feel God there. You feel it. You feel the holiday. You feel everything. And coming here, you don't feel the holiday. You see all the Christmas lights. You see all of that. And it's challenging. For me, it was challenging. And I was searching for that. And when I was in the first mega challah, I felt like, wow, I can find God here, right here with me. Connect him through the ingredients of the challah, through the mitzvah of the challah. I meditate, I pray, I make the challah from plain bread, I make it to be a holy bread. And that's the connection of the physical world with the spiritual, with the divine light, which is the most beautiful.
So I want to just, again, see the nace there? I'm just trying to bring out that concept every time someone speaks, because I want people to understand, again, what truly a nace is. What she was saying, she was down. There was the no-fell again. She was down. But her someach was the challah bake, was the ingredients, was the concept that look what she has the power to do. She could infuse, and I always talk about this, she could infuse something regular, this regular bread, and bring it up a level. That's a nace. That's an everyday, or in our case, a weekly nace of something we're doing. It told you, Victoria was her prayers. Hadar, it's the challah. It could be anything with any of us. We just got to find it. Okay, thank you, Hadar, so much. So much, Hadar. We so appreciate you coming on the show. And I'd love to find now Ruthie, where's Ruthie Klagsbrun? Hi, I guess you just have to unmute yourself, Ruthie. And while you do that, I just want to get the slide up of the latkes. Let's get that slide up. Everyone see the latkes over here. We have the ingredients and the directions. And we all want to thank Ruthie. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Ruthie is our pinch hitter, but she's a great pinch hitter. We got very lucky because she's also a chef. We have a lot of chefs on tonight. And Ruthie is substituting for us. Thank you, Ruthie. She came in the 11th hour, as we say. And Ruthie, tell us where you're from, Ruthie.
Rockaway, New York.
From Rockaway, New York. Thank you. It's so nice to meet you. We only spoke on the phone. I never actually officially got to meet you. Thank you. And are you also connected to Project Inspire a lot?
Somewhat. I sometimes participate with the Long Island J Inspire.
Okay.
And I've done a whole bunch of challah bakes with them and some cooking demos. I always enjoy being with the ladies and learning from them like we are this evening.
Yeah, isn't it unbelievable? It's an unbelievable show. Thank you so much. So Ruthie, without further ado, you take it over. Show us how to do these latkes.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you a couple hinters. One of the ones, my first thing is that my favorite potato to use is the Yukon Gold, because I find that in terms of taste, they're amazing. And also, I did a little show and tell. This is a regular russet potato, and it got kind of ugly and gray. I don't know if you can really see.
Yes, we can.
And the Yukon Gold stay much whiter.
Oh, good to know. Thank you for that. Everyone understood that tidbit.
This was already made almost 3 hours ago, and it still stays white. So that's amazing. And the other wonderful hint that I'd like to give you is when I shred them with 2 different size graters. I use a large one and a small one because for me it's all about that crunch. And when you have all those pieces and the needles of the potato, and that gets nice and crunchy and well done in the oil. You get that really good bite and crunch on your latke. To me, that's the most important thing. I wrote all the instructions out so that people would know how to cook them, and also to rewarm them if they want to rewarm them. The best way to do this is to take a 1/4 measuring cup.
Can I ask you a question? I'm sorry. They want to know, what type of oil do you use?
Anything that works with high heat. Canola, peanut, avocado, even coconut oil would work, I guess, if you choose to use that.
Somebody said grapeseed.
Grapeseed is also great. Any oil that will work where it's good for it to be at a high heat. High heat is, this oil is going to be 350 degrees. So that's considered a high heat. But you see, I just measured out the latke, and then I'm going to press it down and just put it right into my hot oil like that. And it's starting to sizzle right away as soon as you put it in. And the other important thing is that when you do this is to make sure that you squeeze out all the water from your potatoes. I find that Yukon potatoes have a little bit less water than russet or Idaho potatoes. So that also makes it a little bit easier.
They say, do you drain your potatoes before you fry them?
I do. I squeeze out all the water.
Okay.
I squeeze out all the water. But as it's sitting, it makes more water. So if I know that I'm going to allow it to sit for a long time, I'll put it into a colander so that the water will drip down to the bottom. And then I made a second kind of latke.
Yeah,
that latke is actually a Persian version of a latke. And it's made with cooked potatoes. So first you cook the potatoes, and then you add all the rest of the ingredients, and it has in it different kinds of spices that are more common in Persian type of eating. And
like what type of spices?
Are delicious, very different, but absolutely delicious. So now I'm going to show you, as they say, you know, TV magic. I'm going to show you the ready ones. And here we have, let's see if I can, I'm just going to hold them up. This is a regular
latke,
regular potato latke, and this is the Persian ones.
Wow. Now, what was in there that makes it like Persian? You said certain ingredients.
So there's one of there's two things in here I think that make it very Persian. One is that it has a lot of green in it. It has cilantro and parsley and green onions, scallions.
Okay.
It also has a spice mixture called baharat, which I will actually give you the ingredients for, that you can actually make it yourself.
Oh, you can make it yourself. Can you buy it already made?
If you have that type of a market near you, you'd have to have people who are from Iran or whatever, that, you know, to have a marketplace that would want to have that on their shelf. It's not the type of thing that you would find in a regular grocery store.
And someone wants to know, did you ever try to make latkes in an air fryer?
No, but I've done it in the oven.
Okay.
So you can spray your sheet pan with Pam and put your latke on it, then spray that again and bake them.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you saved us tonight. Thank you so much, Ruthie. Thank you. Enjoy those latkes. There were people in the chat that said they want to come over and eat it. So,
anytime.
Okay, so they might be calling you up soon. Okay, so we're now going to go to our Hanukkah inspiration. Is Marina there? Marina. Oh, hi, Marina. Don't you guys, I love her shirt. I told her before when we were on and nobody else was on. I said, Marina, I just love that shirt. Oh my gosh. Okay, Marina, tell everybody, where are you originally from? And then where are you right now? Let's start with that.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to the show and giving me the opportunity to share my story. I came from former Soviet Union, and now I'm Staten Island, New York.
Okay, so you're in Staten Island. Okay, Staten Island in the house. Here we go. So tell us a little bit, Marina. What do you want to share with us tonight?
So, you know, talking about miracles, I think the first miracle that happened to me, I came to this country because for many people it was not possible, and somehow it happened, and I'm here, and I'm really grateful. And growing in a former Soviet Union, I came to this country when I was 20 years old, and I knew very little about Judaism, about Jewish holidays. It was forbidden in former Soviet Union, and I even remember, that when I was a child, my mom used to talk to my grandma in Yiddish when she didn't want me to understand the conversation. It was a forbidden language. And I came to this country completely not observant. I knew only that I was Jewish, and that's it. And so one of the first miracle, I think, happened to me, not to me, that I found out about, that after being in America for 5 years, I met my husband. And after we got engaged, he told me a very interesting story that, he was 30 years old and he was not married yet. And his mom was really getting angry and worried that he's 30 years old, he's not married. And she didn't know how to push him to get married, how to find someone. So it happened that he went to Israel to visit his relatives, and he went to Western Wall, and he put a little piece of paper in the wall, did his little prayer. And when he came back to New York, after 2 weeks, he met me. So I found it a little bit miraculous.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's one of the first miracles that happened to me. So yeah.
I mean, that's amazing, Marina. That's really awesome. To see the power of prayer. Like, we started off the show with Victoria and how she said that she had her own personal prayer, and hear how your husband had this prayer that he just wanted to find somebody, right? And then boom, there you go.
And I think already, like, building a family, we started getting more interested in Jewish traditions. And the first thing we had the chuppah, and we got our little ketubah. And after my first daughter was born, we went to synagogue and we got her Jewish name. So we really started going a little, and we got more and more interested, like, in the Jewish traditions and holidays. And so another miracle that happened to me, that my dream was to go to Israel to visit the Holy Land. And I'm really thankful to Project Inspire. And it happened 2 years ago when I went to Israel with Project Inspire was Momentum at this time. I mean, it's called Momentum now. Right. And I really want to thank all my group leaders. We had an amazing time. And it's really the memories of that trip, it's always, in my head. I always looking through the pictures, through the videos, and, it was really amazing.
Yeah, I agree with you, Marina. I had gone, not this past summer, obviously, we were all in COVID, but the summer before in 2019. And that, to me, that was like a nace also. That was a miracle, where I was in a place in my life where I would say I had the no-fill, I had the down, but that trip was my someach. That trip really gave me the support.
Every woman should go and should do it.
Yes, it just really gave me the support and uplifted me to such a degree. And I really found my place. And I really said, this is what I need to be doing. So I 100% agree with you. Thank you so much, Marina, for joining us this evening.
Yeah, and I want to wish everyone happy Hanukkah.
Yes, happy Hanukkah to you too. Thank you, Marina. Thank you.
And may the candles, of our menorahs help brighten the world.
Amen. Yes, may we shine light, and may we be the miracle for the rest of the world and really lift them up 100%. Thank you, Marina. So I want to call on our last cook of the evening. Without further ado, we got the donuts going. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. And where are you from?
So I live in Toronto.
Yes. But you're not originally from Toronto.
But at this point we've been living in Canada for a few years.
Okay, fine. Now I want to put on the slide. Let's put up the slides for a second of the donuts. Now there's churros that we have up there, and then the next slide is the donuts. And this is very interesting. You see the picture over there? I put a picture of these dinner rolls that you could get from Walmart, which is very interesting. And you can use that for this recipe. So I wanted to make sure that everybody sees that. Now we could go back to Laura right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna head down here. Hopefully you can see me. So this is for the churros. I actually typically make them in the air fryer. It's something I kind of came up with when I first got my air fryer. And you take a puff pastry. So in Toronto, the brand I usually buy is Lenchner's. I know there's so many brands in all the stores of puff pastry. I prefer to get the squares for this recipe, but usually it's like whatever's in my freezer. If I'm making something else, this is like an emergency dessert for just my family that everyone loves. So you just take a square, literally, you cut it into long pieces. I did this actually last night for our synagogue. And today, at least 5 women texted me. They were like making them today for their kids because so many of us have our kids home quarantine. You just twist it and you either spray down your air fryer and put it in on French fry for about 10 minutes, or you can put them in your oven at 400 for about 10-15 minutes, and they come out looking like a churro. So here, I can show you.
Wow.
Here's my air fryer. You can just take them out of the air fryer and roll them in the cinnamon and sugar.
Wow.
And that's it. They're ready to go. And I have actually here like a pot of chocolate. You want to add?
I'm getting so hungry. Oh no. That looks too yummy, that chocolate.
Yeah, the truth is I like this recipe because I can make just a few of them, like 1 or 2 things, and I don't eat them. My kids have them. It's like a perfect small dessert, especially now when you're not having guests. It's something small that they have, and you don't feel like you have to eat some fancy dessert. They're great with ice cream, whatever.
Okay, next one.
So now I'm going to get to the donuts. So in the States, you have the roads that you can buy in the stores. It's like raw rolls. You literally can pop them into the oil at 350, fry them on each side, and it looks like a donut. But we don't have that in Canada. So I started testing out everything we have in the stores. There's like, I want to cheat because I always bake donuts with recipes for Hanukkah. And I was like, okay, this is a great cheat. So I actually ended up trying several different things that I buy in the store, and none of them worked. Eventually I went to our Walmart and I bought the pizza dough, which I think you can also get in the States, right? Like the kosher bag of pizza dough.
Yes, you can.
And that worked perfectly. It comes out with a perfect donut. But besides that, on last Friday, when I was making challah, I took the recipe for one of my challahs and I cut it up into 12 donuts and it came out perfectly. So here's.
We lost your, there you are. Okay. Are you on mute now? Wait.
Up to speak.
Okay, there you are again. Okay, we hear you now.
Sorry, everyone in my house is on a different Zoom, so I don't have video support at this time. So here's my dough. This is literally my challah dough. You let it rise like normal, one rising, roll it out to maybe like a 1/4 inch or a little less. I use a cookie cutter, but you could use a cup or a bowl. You want it at least 3 inches. This is actually a little bit small, but it works fine. And you just cut it open and toss it into the oil. I'm gonna take you over to my oil. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
I can't. Let me see.
You see my oil?
Oh yes. Now it happens to be, you have to be very careful. If anyone's going to do this at home and you're doing the pot with oil like that, I used to do that for many years. Of course, then I burnt myself really badly on one of my hands. Okay, it's my left hand. My left hand is like cursed. Oh,
right
you
there.
Also, there you go. So I went
there.
Deep fryer. Oh my gosh. So I invested in a deep fryer. They're not expensive. I happen to have a deep fryer. And I even got a call last night from my daughter. She's like, Ima, okay, you're gonna come visit me on Sunday. I haven't had your donuts in a long time. Could you bring some? So there's no pressure, of course. That is always the pressure, but I love to do it. So I would love to do it. But yes, you have to be very careful when you're frying something like this. Very, very careful. It's like
You don't even want to heat it up till it's like the oil is hot without any bubbling. If you see bubbling, then you know it's too hot.
Right.
Like,
now there are
don't
people
put it in.
So again, if you use a deep fryer, that's the safest thing.
Right.
Afterwards, you could always fill it up with stuff. Okay, you could fill it up. We call it injection, you know.
Right. So I'm going to show you. I have it over here.
Let's see that. Let's see that.
Okay. Let me take this out. That one we're not using. So here's my little bar over here.
Oh,
so
I see that, a donut bar.
These donut fillers. This is chocolate. So I put on the recipe for the donuts, both like a white and a chocolate. It's literally just 3/4 cup of icing sugar, a tablespoon of vanilla, and for the white one, it's 2 tablespoons of soy milk. And then for the chocolate, it's 3 tablespoons of chocolate. And I think, or maybe it's 2 tablespoons of chocolate and 3, it's on the recipe, and 3 of the soy milk. And then I also made a mixture with, if you like the lotus butter, I just add a little water to it for it to be able to go into the donut for the insert. And you just literally take this, here, I can show you this donut here. Insert it and it goes right in.
Oh my gosh, yum, 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 yum.
So,
I can make my donuts tomorrow. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
so I did jelly, I did lotus and chocolate, and then the churro. And then I have a house full of boys, so I've been doing meat donuts. So what I do for that is I add a little maple syrup on top. And then I just find whatever meat I have in the house. So tonight for dinner, I just made white chicken breast in the crock pot with a little barbecue sauce. Literally, that's it. And I shredded them up. So I'm going to put that on top of my donut.
I love it. You have to have teenage boys to understand that. I mean, that's
like my daughter's in Israel, so I just have boys, and this is what they want to eat.
Yeah.
So last night I did it with pulled beef, and tonight with chicken. And this is literally their dessert after dinner. And then I actually fried an egg, and so in the air fryer I put a piece of corned beef on top. There's this is some onion rings. This is a boy's meal. And you have to eat it with a fork and knife, and that's a boy's donut.
Oh, that's a teenage voice. I love it. Thank you so much, Laura. It's a great, everybody, this is a great activity to do with your family. How she set it up like a donut bar. That is awesome. You could do that one night, make the donuts, and then have it on the table, and everybody could go around and put their own toppings, insert with the syringe, their own fillings. And it just becomes an activity. Not only is it a dessert, but it could be a great family activity.
But with teenage boys, I put them out on Friday with a bar.
That's great.
Donuts and put the stuff inside.
So creative. Everyone's saying that's such creative ideas. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, what a night this was. I'm so excited and happy that we did this Taste of Hanukkah. There are some things that I want to share with you. If we could put up the slides, where I could do that. We have this learning going on. Okay, it's a one-on-one learning. You could text to 97000 and they could set you up and you can learn with somebody. I mean, what a way. You should know that Hanukkah, one of the definitions of Hanukkah comes from the word chinuch. Chinuch means education. And that's really where Hanukkah is about learning. And that's what we want to do. We want to grow. We want to, again, someach. We want to support ourselves. And growth, the best way to grow is through knowledge. And let's get some more knowledge going. Go ahead. Oh, tomorrow night, boom, boom. Do you see who's on tomorrow night's show? You have Rabbi E.T.L. Goldwicht. He is one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, he is just awesome. He just says it and he knows how to say the message. He has great messages. I follow him all the time. Wonderful. And I love when he's always walking and he's walking Yerushalayim. I'm like, oh, I wish I could walk and talk in Yerushalayim. That would be great. Amir Hashem, one day I should be able to give over my messages in Yerushalayim to the rest of the world. So something you definitely don't want to miss, the Shabbat show. It's going to be a big Hanukkah party tomorrow at 8 p.m. Look out for it. And I think we have something else up, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Look at this, December 13th with Steve Garr, The Footsteps of the Maccabee. You get a tour. You get to go to Israel from your home. Wonderful flyer. Whoever made that flyer, that is awesome. It's a real-time virtual walking. And look, Hanukkah Reach Out. Reach out to somebody. It's not too late. This is a Hanukkah campaign that they're doing with Project Inspire, where you can send a Hanukkah gift. That is what I call a nace. That is what I call supporting. You can support a fellow Jew. You can do a nace right now by supporting somebody else, by sending them a gift on Hanukkah. We don't know what's going through other people's lives. You know, we think we see, we think we know, but we're not in other people's homes. We're not in their heads. And you can't imagine what a little gift like this could do to somebody and really uplift them. So I really want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Let's see where everyone's from. I didn't get to see it in the beginning. If people want to just put out over here, you can do that. Tell me where you're from. I know in the beginning I saw a few Baltimores. Arizona, Toronto, very good. Hi. Okay, who else we got? Denver, Colorado. Yes, very nice. Another Toronto. We got Brooklyn, Toronto. Excellent. Georgia, Texas. Oh my gosh. You guys, when this COVID thing's over, I hope I get invites to all these places. Maryland, Fair Lawn, New Jersey, Calgary, Canada, Boca, Florida. Oh, Jacksonville, I guess, Florida, New York City. Oh, we got Washington, Toronto. This is so nice. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad that you joined. It was so nice to see everybody. Long Island. Thank you so much. Thank you. And, oh, thank you. I'll come to Savannah. I would love that. Thank you. Texas, another Texas. Baltimore, Birmingham, very nice. Hi. Really happy Hanukkah to everybody. And I really hope that you all get to see your nace. I all hope that we see that you are a banner for yourself and that you could rise up from anything and really strengthen yourself day in and day out this Hanukkah. Feel free to message us at Project Inspire if there's something that you want to share. If you want to directly share with me, you can find me on Instagram at baruchov on Instagram or on Facebook, Jordana Baruchov. Feel free to always reach out, share with me. Divrei Torah every week on my most social media. If you like what you hear, just check it out. Miracles are on the way. Thank you, the vaccine. Let's hope for that. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eliza. Have a happy Hanukkah to you and happy Hanukkah to everybody on this show. Have a great night, everybody.